I've never seen anybody do this before. Do you have any bugs? Hey, travel lovers. Welcome to A Wanderlust for Life. I'm Jessica.
And I am Nica from the Travel Tester.
And today we are bringing you to Zaandijk Zaanse Schans.
Zaanse Schans.
Something like that. Anyway, let's go.
Our first stop is the klompenmakerij, which is the clock making facility, I guess.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
They have workshops inside, but it's also a museum, so we are going to check it out. And we actually heard that they used to make only 4 a day in a 12-hour shift, but they actually can make 2,000 now with the machines, and we are going to go see what that's all like.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's go.
My dad has a pair of these, but these really hurt on the feet because they're like on the top.
Yeah.
So I asked one for my birthday, which is more similar to those ones with the leather straps.
It looks a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, for sure.
So what are you going to use them for?
Just in the garden, just to look cool.
Is that what most people use them for now?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, when you're digging around in the garden, you don't really want to have a shovel in your foot or something like that. So they're quite sturdy. It's like steel-toed boots.
The triple X's on them.
Yeah.
It's perfect for Amsterdam, right? Yeah. If I ever did anything with my garden.
Or you can hang them like this, and then you can put flowers in it.
That's actually a really nice idea
like
for front of the house.
Yeah. They're cute. Favorite candy is the perendrups. Do you know these?
No.
It's like pear drops, I guess.
Is it chewy or hard?
I know it's hard. Yeah,
hard,
okay. Suck on it. And then the griotten, which is fun to pronounce. Griotten. It's like a salmiak kind of anisey kind of licorice. It's better than it sounds. It's soft. It's soft. Toverballen. Just like magic balls. So
no, that's not what it is.
It's more like chewing gum, and it changes color every time you suck on it. Like
it has layers.
It's like
it has layers of colors. Yeah.
I wish I grew up with something like this though, like just a candy shop around the corner, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just saying, like, this looks exactly like my grandma's house. It has to say, like, definitely the Dutch vibe.
Yeah.
I feel at home already.
You guys know one of my favorite things is interactive, memorable, hands-on experiences, and you get that here at Zaanse Schans. And we did make your own hot chocolate, which honestly, is it's kind of funny because, you know, why do you need to make your own? But I still like it. I like the hands-on, but you can make your own hot chocolate. I got whipped cream on top. It's a bunch of deliciousness. One thing about the Netherlands is the hot chocolate that you get everywhere is chocomel. I'm not a fan. I'm so sorry if I'm offending any of you out there. It's fine. I'm offending my friend Nica. And this one is local cacao, and I love that. Well, not the beans, but you know, they process it here. But we're going to continue on and see what else we can get into, what other memories we can make. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my friend Nica. The first really interesting thing that you should know, she lives right here in this windmill.
I do.
Yeah. Right?
No, I don't. Only on the weekends. I'm keeping this joke.
But she actually lives nearby.
I do. So I'm from Amsterdam, but we bought a house in Zaandam, the city center, 2 years ago already.
It's been a while.
Time flies.
Yeah.
I've lived abroad for a long time, so I follow your YouTube channel actually to get to know the Netherlands a bit more. So thanks for taking me here today.
Yes, I just thought she'd be a great person to join me on this little excursion. And she is a blogger as well.
Yeah, I have a couple of different websites. So I've got the Travel Tester, which is all about cultural travel, and it's an international traditional everywhere really, but also closer to home. So I'm going to include some of the Zaanse Schans stories as well. And I have the London tester, which is for Dutch and Belgian travelers going to the UK, where I lived for almost 6 years. And I'm also a big space geek, so I have the space tester as well, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah, we definitely should do something space related. So we have the ESA here and stuff like that.
We should.
But so
windmills today.
Windmills today, old-timey stuff today. So we're just going to keep exploring and seeing what more we can learn together.
We have a saying, if someone's crazy, that they got like hit by the wiek van de molen, like the wing of the windmill. You have a slag van de wiek van de molen, like a hit.
We just visited Nica windmill, right?
Yeah, the paint mill.
The paint mill. So they make the pigments for paint.
Yeah, you can actually buy them in the shop as well, which is a really cool souvenir.
I like that. Like we were just talking about the cool souvenirs you can get here, because a lot of things, like you think about the clogs and things like that, but you can get like practical souvenirs too.
Yeah, like oil from the oil mill, and I saw a little paper notebooks.
Yeah,
and,
like real things, tangible.
Boards, yeah.
They're great for you to take home, but also they're really nice to give as gifts.
Yeah, you also support like local craftsmen as well, which
Exactly.
I always love. Yeah.
And because like, you know, these kinds of craftspeople, the crafts are dying, so it's really great to have something that really supports that. But we are also doing a collaboration with the Zaanse Schans card, so we got that. So thank you to them for letting us run around here. And so basically, you can go to different windmills that you have to normally pay for, the weaver's house, the museum, like a bunch of different things. I'm going to leave the link down below so that you can check it out. But I really like these kinds of things because then you can just get it and you don't have to worry about paying extra.
Yeah, and it's also cool because they give you a whole booklet with a map and some background information about the history of the places. So
Yeah, the little book that comes with it is so helpful to actually get context about
like,
anything
what am I
that's
looking
going
at?
on.
What's going on?
So we just went to number 3, the paint windmill. What do you want to do next?
I was thinking I'm getting a little bit hungry, so do you want to get pannenkoeken?
Let's get some pannenkoeken.
Pannenkoeken.
Pancakes. Let's go.
And now the work really starts.
What are you doing? Are you really putting syrup on your pancake?
You have to. And not be like too shy about it as well.
She called the pancake her base
Yeah, this
layer.
is the base. This is the base layer, and then you pile on. I mean, there's only cinnamon on it.
So basically we
well,
got...
this is the last one. Actually, what I do. So you have to. I'll roll it.
I've never seen anybody do this before.
This is how the professionals do it. And then you put this on the top. Now we can eat.
So I should mention, we're at basically the Pancakes house here because we really wanted pancakes.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting, by the way.
Go for it.
I'm not waiting on it.
But so basically Dutch pancakes are more like a crepe shape, but they are thicker and they usually have things baked into them. So they are kind of the size of a crepe, but it's like the thickness and the sponginess is kind of in between like a crepe and an American pancake. But yeah, they'll put a bunch of stuff on it. And Sean got bacon and cheese, so you can go sweet or savory.
Because actually in the Netherlands we don't eat pancakes for breakfast or for lunch. We eat it for dinner. Oh. This is like a complete dinner. And then in my boyfriend's family they eat it with soup as well. So you have soup and you have pancakes.
What kind of pancake?
And I always was like this, or like with apple cinnamon or bacon or
with soup.
And then you have like a whatever soup you want. Okay. And I always thought it was a bit weird, but now I'm used to it and I'm like, now you have to have, if you have it for dinner, you have to have soup as well.
Oh, okay.
I guess to balance it out a bit, to have like sugar for dinner.
I don't eat them for lunch. I mean, I don't eat them for breakfast, but I do eat them for lunch. Yeah. I usually get apple cinnamon, although there is a place in Amsterdam where they have like apple liqueur in it, and that's one of my favorites. But I don't use the syrup. I do usually add, some of the places actually have sprinkled cinnamon sugar, so you can add extra.
I think they have that here as well.
Yeah, it's already on top, but I like a lot of cinnamon.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar. Everywhere. And I'm gonna try
sorry. And cut. But the best part of this is when you put it down.
So, and if you guys wonder why I bring other people in my videos, it's because I like them and we have fun.
This inside information.
And insider information.
This is all the information I have about pancakes.
Okay. And we're having it with chocomel.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah.
I was kind of dissing on them earlier, but I've never actually had cold chocomel.
Yeah. So this brand, you want to have like a cold one.
Yeah, not hot, because all they do is heat this up.
Yeah,
so, Prost with chocomel.
So that's loud. Yeah, we should have a straw there.
Okay, I like it in cold form.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really good. It's nice and it has a creaminess to it.
Yeah.
That I see why it's made into hot, but I don't like it hot. I just like it cold.
No,
Right.
for the hot you need to have the powder.
Well, I think
good stuff. You need the good stuff.
Well, since she's actually heading out after lunch, and Sean and I are going to keep on exploring. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us because it's been so much fun.
I'm happy as a kid. Having like my pancakes.
Just hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is Nica. I'll leave all of her stuff down below, and you'll see us here in another few minutes, and we're going to keep going, keep exploring.
Yeah.
All right, so it's smakelijk.
Smakelijk.
We found a gym at the Museum Zaanse Schans because I thought this was kind of a museum of the times, like old times, the costumes and stuff, but it's actually like time as in clocks. So this place is just filled with clocks, some space stuff. I don't know, this is just so cool. And one of the gems here is actually the lady who runs the place. So if you can make time to talk to her and take your time exploring, there are so many cool clocks in here, and it sounds kind of weird, but I think you'll really enjoy it. There is really a lot to learn here if you just take the chance and explore. So we are here at the Koeperij, and they make the barrels. So they are known as a wet Koeperij because they make barrels for wet things like beer, herring, and other liqueurs. And you get to see like the whole old process right here. Plus there's some films about it too. So you can learn a little bit by actually seeing people do it. And we found a cheese shop tasting experience and so on, so let's check it out. So we just came into the cheese shop part of this thing, and it is massive, and they have cow's cheese, they have sheep's cheese, they have different flavors. We have rosemary thyme. My favorite is over behind Sean, which is honey thyme, and there's also urban garlic. This place is massive, but there's tastings all over here too. So you can try to tell the difference between the different kinds of cheeses and take back what you like, but always check your own country's rules to see if you can take the cheese back with you. Thanks to the Zaanse Schans card, we are actually seeing more than we ever have before when we have visited, and this time we got to come to the Weaver's house, which, fun fact, was divided into two and transported here from 5 kilometers away, which is kind of insane. So you get to learn about what life was like for these two families. Yes, 2 families lived in this place, and basically the men spent all day long, all daylight hours, creating the fabric that they would then send to sailmakers to sew them together for sailing ships. So they would make about 10 rolls a year per loom. This house had 5 looms, 4 were always used at any given time. So you'd have 2 dads and then the 2 oldest sons. So that makes 4 going constantly. So you get to learn all about that here in a very fun way, and it's also quite quick. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of time, and yet you learn a lot. I'm telling you, this place is just full of really good information. And you'll find a bunch of animals around here too. So you have some sheep, there's been chickens and ducks, and pretty sure there's a couple other things around here, just living their best life up here. Lots of people around. They seem to be fine with people, but it's just, I don't know, you really feel like you're in the countryside. You really feel like you're in an old town area with everything around. It's super cool. But one thing that I wanted to tell you is actually, this is kind of a built community. So they actually moved these windmills here to create this kind of community so that people could learn about the history. And I think that is just really, really nice for visitors to have it all in one place.
All right.
We're gonna try some of your neighbors.
Yeah,
Cool.
sure. This is Kiefer Genever, one of the products I've been starting 8 years ago. Very soft, very accessible, great in cocktails, but also great to be drunk straight. On the back you'll see smooth as a baby's bottom, and it tastes like a juicy apple pie.
Okay. So as somebody who's not like a big Jenever fan, just because it's so intense, I'm really curious how this one will.
Yeah, it's quite soft, I would say, for the amount of alcohol.
No, I like that. You're exactly right. It's way softer. I get the juicy apple.
Yeah.
I feel like that's if there was a starter Jenever, and you guys are here like in the middle of Zaanse Schans, like it's really cool that like people can just come in here and
yeah, we have to spread to bring home the greatest spirits of all time again. It's super versatile spirit, so you can do everything with it. Make cocktails, drink it straight, go wild.
Cool. Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's awesome. The last thing we got into today was the Zaanse Schans Museum, which is at the very front of it all, so you can't miss it. And if you pick up your Zaanse Schans card here, that's where you're gonna be, that's where you're gonna start. So I have a couple tips for you, but first I wanna tell you how to actually get here. So you can take the train from Amsterdam Central Station or anywhere in the country. There is a little bit of a walk from there, but I'll leave the directions down below. And the second way, which is what I would recommend, is actually taking the bus. Bus 391 is at the back of Central Station. You just go to the back and go up the stairs, and there'll be a departure board telling you where to go. You can pay with a contactless card on the bus itself, or you can actually order your Zaanse Schans card with transportation ahead of time. Now my top tips for you, number one, come early. I'm talking 8:30, 9 o'clock, come early, because things actually open and close at different times here. So you can do some things before other things open, and it's a very, very popular day trip spot. So you have buses coming and people coming in the middle of the day. So you'll have the quietest times at the beginning and at the end of the day. And there's a lot to do before even the museum opens at 10 a.m. But check the time so that you know what you want to do and when you can go. Next is definitely get the Zaanse Schans card. Like seriously, it will save you a lot of money if you're actually doing the things on the card. And even if it doesn't seem that interesting to you, let me tell you, we learned so much today and had so much fun. Which reminds me, plan for an entire day. There is too much to do. You don't want to hurry. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to just take it all in. So just plan to be here from like 9 to 5 or 6 p.m. You will absolutely love it. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like. Let me know down below where else you want to see me go in the Netherlands. If you want Nica's information, I'll leave that down in the description for you. And subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.